of the rhythm here. Now we're all getting used to it, but it looks like we are live. We're going to be getting into the match here. Pistol round on Cobblestone. G2 starting on the T side. Cloud9 on the CT side. And G2, a slow pace here in the pistol to start things off.
Yeah, Shox will be lurking and directing the team, keeping an eye on any boost around the drop zone. Look at this activity from Cloud9. Stewie's on a close left, but he has been spotted by Shox. What will the reaction be from the rest of his team? It's only 2 players spotted in the plateau area, but as you can see from the mini-map, Cloud9 have not committed to it. Tarek is just holding the line, now that's safe.
Yeah, they're not buying it at all. Automatic and Skadoodle playing very passively on the A side. Stewie was thinking of rotating over towards A. Not quite going to be there, though. It seems like they are doubting themselves, Cloud9, not quite sure where G2 are going to be coming from. But G2, they've got 4 players stacked over on A, so it does seem like this is going to be the call. But they've left themselves so much time here to play with, James. They still have a minute left on the clock.
Yes, however, Shox has been forced back, so B doesn't look like an option for G2 at present, and indeed they are charging towards the A site. Smokes are down, Apex will have to wait for the time being, but they've got 3 men. Oh, it's a wrap. They're wrapping towards the B bomb site. Is it going to work out for them, though? 2 headshots come the way of Cloud9. Stewie 2K doing work. He's got the bomb as well. Rush getting picked off in the drop zone, but this is not looking good for G2.
Oh, no, and now there's going to be a pincer movement here. Exactly. Too many targets there for Body to handle, and Automatic picking up the last frag of the pistol round. Cloud9. Well, you know, there's no point getting clever with these guys. They're straightforward, James. They're looking for headshots, and Stewie, he delivers. He gets 2 of them right there, and that pretty much snuffs the play for G2. That pincer movement towards that A site, well, into B connector here, you can see Stewie, he's just holding the angle perfect.
Based on how far back Shox was, I think it was a gamble play, trying to read that maybe because Cloud9 forced the T's back from the B bomb site, they read that they had to go A, and in a way they did. So it was a nice idea from G2, thinking on their feet, but ultimately pistol rounds. Players like Stewie will rip your head off if given the opportunity. Nice off angle from him. Shut down the round and the bomb.
Oh, this is going to be the force coming in here from G2. No bomb plant, so they go for the Kevlar, they go for the pistols. They've got the Deegs in play as well. Automatic getting tapped down to 59 over at A long, but not overcommitting. I like to see that from him. Skadoodle with the MP7 up close, might be able to pick up some frags though, and Automatic boosted. So defense looking pretty good here on the A site for Cloud9 so far.
Well, let's be checked though for Automatic, because if they check for it, he is isolated. However, it seems that G2 will just show presence by making noise towards A, and will rotate back towards the B bomb site. NBK fishing for something, but nothing happening just yet. But Cloud9 surely will expect some kind of grenade play soon, and nothing's doing, so Stewie is making his way back to B. It seems Cloud9 have a read on what G2 might be trying to do here.
I'm just looking at the weaponry here. Stewie is going to be back on B site. That's so important. He's the one with the M4. Tarek with the Scout, not ideal here in an anti-eco. Rush up close with the MP9. Will pick up a frag, but there you go. Tarek just gets rushed down himself, and now it's on Stewie and Chicken Coop. He's given his position away, though, so G2 know how to play against this, and sure enough, NBK making use of the Scout, finds the headshot, and G2, just like that, 4 players survive, and just a slow, steady push onto that B site works perfectly for him.
Bonjour. Welcome to the scoreboard, G2. Very early as well, 1-1. That can be even better than winning the pistol round.
Yeah, that's just really going to throw things out of whack for Cloud9, right? You're getting hype. This is an important match, a tight one. Both of these teams, I think, are very even right now in terms of skill, in terms of strategy. And so, really, you want to get that strong start if you're Cloud9. You're thinking you're on skates, everything's going great. And then, no. Not only do you use, or do you lose that second round, then Automatic has a sound issue.
Let's have a look.
That was the big shot right there.
Nice. Okay. Takes the time to get the second scope in as well. And another one.
And then they're running up close to the CZ75. CZs, as always, just merciless up close. At medium range, at long range. CZ's just merciless, period. But yeah, Automatic getting sorted out here. We've had a lot of sound card issues. We've had a lot of issues so far with audio here. So hopefully things will get sorted out. Admins, of course, on top of it.
I think we're always going to see a force buy in this situation. Sometimes the force buys can be won back and forth, and we end up in a really long force buy game. But that is always fun to watch.
Kind of speaks to these two teams, though. I mean, you got Cloud9 with the Pug style and G2 as well. Both the teams are lethal with the pistols.
Yeah, very capable. And let's not forget, if I'm not mistaken, in updating, I think the P250,
yeah,
I think the CZ was accidentally buffed because historically, on a technical level, they have shared, they kind of copy-pasted P250 stuff from the CZ when it was created.
Sure.
So it used the same bullets, which they did change, but I guess there's some code in there which might still cause problems. So That's not something that has been fixed yet, if it is indeed an accident.
Something
But
that's going to be trouble shot, right? And then
we've seen a lot of CZ juice, especially from Heroic. They have been, in a very short space of time, they have done colossal damage with those CZs.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're seeing all the teams kind of flip over to that. Hardly seeing a Tech9 ever anymore, seeing as how those are the two options that you have. Teams have pretty much just thrown the Tech9 in the bin, and they're just sticking to the CZ. Terrific results, but that's the problem with with updating CS sometimes. You change one thing, and then all of a sudden, 3 things are out of whack, and you got to figure out how to fix those without throwing everything else out of whack as well. Aggression here on Plateau. Stewie not going to get anything, and Tarek neither.
Those are very important kills from Body. 3 kills, 1 answer from Cloud9. Skadoodle and Automatic on the other side, on the A side. So that is a very nice anti-force buy round from G2. CZ, as we just mentioned, can be very, very dangerous indeed. But the flashbangs were on point, and then so were the guns for the French side. Seems only Body will go down, and that's perfectly acceptable. I think he was rolling with the Mach 10. So, to a degree, it's an expected loss. He is expendable, he is disposable, he is surplus to requirements in a round like this.
I mean, if you look at the roster, it's kind of the same thing, right? It's like, who's going to throw themselves in first? Who is expendable here on this roster? It's not going to be Kenny G.
You know what? It's not going to be Kenny, no. But I think that's partly name value, and that's not to say that they don't deserve those reputations. But obviously, Body being the new boy on the server has proved on the team. Sorry, has proved himself to be very strong as well. So hopefully he ends up with the same reputation.
He eventually will get there. I think people are giving him more credit now.
Yeah.
He does have his standout games where, well, that was the big reason why he made it onto this roster to begin with. Yes, he was new, but he was willing to learn. He looked to these guys as mentors. He looked to these guys as captains and followed their advice. And that's something that stood out for a lot of these players. They're like, right, okay, this guy's he actually wants to learn and take the hard route instead of just, complaining.
Yeah,
so,
that's one of the best things about all these French shuffles as well, is that it's given room for more talent to rise. And that is always good. So it's the, I was going to say pure pistols for Cloud9, as in the stock pistols, but those 2 CZs are still in play, and they're together in this position. Now it's the MP9 putting in more work. 2 players down, but really that's most of the problems taken away, and they should be able to dispose of those weapons.
Yeah, they can just chuck them. They don't care. They still got the rifles in play. NBK still rocking that scout.
I say should because I don't know. I've never thrown a weapon over the wall there. So it's not guaranteed, because in Inferno T-Spawn, for example, you cannot throw a weapon anywhere. You can't throw it on the roof, you can't throw it in the water, there are invisible walls for guns, so it just bounces back. So you cannot dispose of something in T-Spawn on Inferno, which I find very annoying.
A lot of us do. I mean, that's one of the big plays, the mind games that you can get. If you know you're going to die and you've got an AWP, you want to chuck that out.
Maybe I should make a protest video about it.
Well, it works,
Well, they fixed the plant port sounds because of our plant port protest video. We went to a place and smashed some plant pots and said this is how it should sound. So they changed it. They fixed it.
Well, I guess that's an easy fix, right? I mean, that's the thing with those walls, though, is that
they're an easy fix. You just change the property of them, because you have properties for, like, if a model, like a player, can go past it. You have properties if a weapon can go past it, and so on. So you just change the setting to allow the gun to go through, and you're good. You're golden.
The question is, like, is it a rendering issue? Because that is one of the big things when you have those skyboxes in play. It's that the PC isn't rendering so much. Wondering if it's that, if it has to do with that. But I mean, I guess you push that back 2 meters, it's not going to be that big of a difference. We'll see. The devs listen. Maybe someday we'll see a change.
I email the devs a lot.
Pardon me?
I email the devs a lot.
Oh, you do?
I request lots of things.
Do they ever answer?
They do, actually. They answer most of the time. I wouldn't say I have good communication with them most of the time, but they answer most of the time. Anyway, both teams back on the buy now. The Mach 10 continues on Body, and only one of these players has a helmet, but Body is nowhere near him. Will get his bell rung, and through the tree, Apex will finish him off.
What a disgusting shot from Apex. That was so sick. And now Rush is in position here on the A site. This is all on automatic. He has to win this duel against the flanker. That's going to be Shoxy right on the other side of the smoke. NBK finds the headshot on Rush, giving space here on the A site. Automatic, it's all on you, and you're going to get shot in the back. Shoxy spotted him, and the game is up. He's going to get wrapped on, but he's still managing to pick up frags. Between him and Stewie, they bring it back to a 2-on-2.
Tarek had to look for a potential flanker this entire time, only now coming to join his teammate. Indeed, it is a 2-on-2, and Stewie has a shadow advantage in that position. Kenny can't go to Kenny's right anymore because he's only got 20 HP.
Yeah, there it is, the communication coming in. Shoxy with the flash over to balcony so that Kenny can get the peek. I like it, but now they're out of nades. They have 1 HE, and that's on Kenny.
Yeah, well, it's given them position at least, so that allows Shox to move forward, but it also allows Dewey to move forward. Maybe reading the play from the T side. Shox 1 versus 2. Hasn't got a kill in this round just yet. See if he can position himself to avoid a trade frag. Not necessary though, because Dewey 2K cares not for trade frags. He will shoot you in the face if given the opportunity. What
fantastic work there from Young Stu. 3 kills for him, making the difference for his team. Staying alive on balcony and not overcommitting. I think that's the big thing. Just the fact that he stays alive so long allows him to get that retake going with his teammate Tarek. Heavy firepower between the two of them, although Tarek, he's still, well, sitting at 0 on the board. This is big from Automatic. The fact that he manages to get that kill on Apex, that turns it all around. The fact is because he doesn't die instantly. That opens it up for Stewie to shoot the man in the back. And Shoxy's just going to be kicking himself that he didn't get that kill on Automatic to begin with.
Only 2 players surviving for Cloud9, not ideal. And what makes it worse is G2 have at least 2 buys in them. So Cloud9 need to weather the storm, they need to win consecutive rounds, and you see the lack of money on the CT side. They need to win in the numbers, very important if they are to take the lead in these coming rounds. So it's a big round for both teams, but more so for Cloud9 because G2 have got that extra cash. Skadoodle with a very forward position early on.
Yeah, not common to see operators take this position these days. So many angles to worry about, and if an op is sitting on the other side, I guess he's doing this because he might be thinking that Kenny doesn't have the money for an AWP. But that's not going to work out because G2, they're about to go bombarding right through Plateau on the B site. 3 players are here for Cloud9. Not ideal positioning, but Tarek still makes it work. He's on the board. He picked up a frag.
Can he escape this position, however? Rush coming in now, shooting through the smoke, and G2 are trapped on the plateau. Finally, they have opportunity. 2 headshots coming in from Kenny. No sniper required. Lots of time to plant the bomb, which they are still in control of at the moment. 3 on 3. All the CTs are here. Skadoodle staying slightly back, using the range if he can. Stewie looking for info with the flashbang, but these smokes will soon be gone.
Stacking up, they have to be a little bit careful here, Cloud9, but now they know. They can watch his angle. Stewie needs to trust his teammate, but now he goes for the peek. He dies, brings it back to a 2-on-2. Kenny still in the fight, though. He's got 2 frags so far, and he's looking for his 3rd, but Skadoodle's there to save the day. And Skadoodle's now got the angle on the man holding Plateau, and he has the bomb as well. So this is on Shoxy. Can he get the drop on Ska, or is Ska going to get the read? It's almost a little bit of luck here as to who's watching what, but Skadoodle will find the shot, get the kill, and clutch it for Cloud9, tying it up 3-3.
Again, though, look at how many people they're left with. Just 1 person. No plant for the T side, but they can force it up in this round. Shox has got $7,000, so there's still lots of opportunity for G2 to break the buy of Cloud9.
Yeah, frustrating moment there for Kenny, considering the work that he did. Saving his team. I mean, at that point, once Tarek finds those 2 at the beginning, you're just thinking, well, this is it. They've taken so much damage on G2's side. The reason why I was calling out Tarek a little bit, because when you're on box like that and the usual flashes come through, it's really hard to be in a position to capitalize on that because the flashes should come through, and then G2 should be watching that angle. The fact that he still manages to get a kill out of that, and that G2, they're dying with nades that they aren't using, that's a big deal. So maybe that's why, you know, it's like G2, go for the timeout now, breathe a little bit, calm down a little bit, and try and actually execute correctly what you've practiced.
So this is the round that tips the seesaw in the direction of one of these teams. Whoever wins this round should have a good opportunity to take it to, say, a 6-3 scoreline. But will it be Cloud9 or will it be G2? Both well equipped. 2 Galils for G2, sacrificing weaponry for grenades.
There we go, and that's why you don't see CTs usually go for that peek. Terrorist side are going to be able to get that angle faster, and then Skadoodle gets punished.
When Simple was on flip side, they always put him in that position. It was there was extremely high variance, and you can't really afford that when you're on the CT side of Cobblestone, especially in a round like this.
Just lost your off as well. And it's not like Cloud9 are rolling in cash either. Well, Automatic has been able to recover the op somehow, so well played on his part. But I mean, they're going for UMPs just to have some money for the nades and the kits over on Cloud9 side, so recovering that AWP is a big play here for Cloud9. Now we have to see if Automatic's going to be able to get in a position to make use of it, because G2, they're not going towards A, they're stacking up on B once again.
Is Rush close enough to get some sound cues? Stewie's gone to the corner in the wall, which may be unexpected, but will Cloud9 have the numbers? Stewie needs multiple frags now. Smoke down, it's good timing. The T's may feel compelled to push through this, and Stewie's expecting that, so he goes through the corner of the smoke. That's 2 for him, that's 3. A massive round for Stewie. Can he finish it off, though? NBK to trade. There's still time for the bomb. NBK coming down from the drop zone, and now he's alone, looking for a rotation. Automatic walking through the smoke. Can he find a kill, though? He just about can't do it. 30 seconds remain. He knows what Automatic is now. Does Automatic gamble again? AWP versus the AK. NBK's got the bomb. He's got cover for it as well. Automatic, round the boulder, round the tree. Stewie, the presence of mind on that player is insane.
Let's see it again. That's so incredibly sick. I mean, body fair enough, but Shoxy, what's going on, Shoxy?
He probably can't see, or he can probably see nothing but smoke. Stewie, placing himself like that, he will not only block players, but obviously they'll run past him as well. Where he's standing is the last place you're going to look when you push through that smoke. So he understands what G2 needs to do. He understands the implications of Cloud9 putting that smoke down and what the likelihood of G2 pushing through that is. He plays close, avoids the flashbangs. A perfect play from Stewie.
Yeah, fantastic work from the young star. He's up to 10 frags already, rocking that 120-something ADR. The man is beasting. He could make the difference here for Cloud9. You know, for both of these teams, they do tend to rely on their stars to carry them through. And while, you know, Kenny not really having as an explosive a game, I'm sure, as he was hoping for getting into this, if young Stu is going to be there to lead the way for Cloud9, this is going to be a tough situation for G2. Keep in mind, G2 picked this map to start. This is G2's map pick. If they go down on this map and then go into Inferno, things are going to get dicey.
Stewie caught out of position, Tarek blind, and there are problems here for Cloud9. 3 unanswered frags. That's a lot of rifles for this team. They've got post-plant smokes. Body can smoke off the door where Skadoodle is with the AWP, and there it is. There is a gap, however, but not a very useful one. 2 versus 4. There's no way Cloud9 can push in for this. But they don't have any money if they save, so it's a really awkward position for the CT side.
Yeah, automatic. I mean, even risking the guns right now, automatic, it's not really worth it because you're going to get caught if you don't move out of here quick. Very well played by Kenny, though. There was no way for him to get out of that automatic. NBK and Body were wrapping at the time that Kenny showed himself. So perfect team play there. And well, you will just have that AWP on Skadoodle now for Cloud9. No rifle to back him up. But how insanely frustrating is this for Cloud9? They win back-to-back clutch rounds, and yet the rounds that they're losing, the key rounds, they're losing to pistols. They won the pistol round, Cloud9. How are they losing to these Ego Force buys coming in from G2?
The rounds G2 have won towards B, Cloud9 have been wrecked by the flashbangs. Tarek unable to trade for his teammate. Stewie got wrecked. He was by the fountain and got taken out by a CZ as the smoke came down. It was just a raw peek from G2. Great timing to kick things off and turned into an avalanche from there. And now it's an avalanche of CZ75s on both teams. G2 carrying 3 as well, but I'm sure rifles will be out primarily for them. Now G2 may play a slow round expecting aggression with the AWP, but of course Cobblestone may be the most difficult map to be aggressive on the CT side.
Exactly right. And Ska, now that he's gotten out-dueled by Kenny, he's probably not going to be going for that peek at A long anymore. And so Apex focusing on underpass instead. Kenny's there to back him up just a little bit with the passive angle. And well, now that G2 have waited out some time, about 30 seconds whittled off that clock, they haven't spotted anybody. And so it seems like it's going to be time to group up, gather up, and hit that B site together as a unit.
Again, due to the success of their flashes towards B, I think it is the good play from them, and they are clearly confident with their executes towards B. No one towards A anymore, but they've left the bomb behind. Definitely should grab that in case there is a flank, which is not out of the realm of possibility in a round such as this.
I'm liking this from Cloud9. Just stack it up. It doesn't work, but they keep 4 players there. Tarek still alive, pick up a frag. He's going to get that M4 into play, but he's not going to find anything with it. Stewie will pick up a frag of his own. That's it, and now it's on Skadoodle. There's the first 1v2. This is still possible for him. Flash setup as well. Gonna work perfectly, but the smoke is there. The smoke saves Apex's life, and Scott not gonna find the shot. Unbelievable. The fact that that flash works perfectly, but the smoke is there to save Apex.
He was so close with that shot as well. He was so close. May have hit a notch of the belt with that. A whisker.
All right, but coming back to it, I mean, it was a solid setup for Cloud9. It didn't work. The entries were perfect for G2. But the fact that they leave the AWP alone, okay, if they hit B, then maybe we save that up for the next round.
Shox took a big risk as well as those duels were going on towards the plateau. He had a decision to make. He was behind the smoke. His teammate got taken down, and he instantly just pushed through the smoke. Okay, I need to clean this up. I need to gamble here Because if I just let him go and go behind the smoke, then we're going to have time pressure and it could get worse. We could see a full rotation. We have no map control towards a snap decision from Shox. And that is the benefit of having as much experience as he does. Cloud9 with 4 players in the B-bomb site, but not much to offer. No pop flash plays, some P250s and some USPs. They've got a numbers game around the site, but that's about it.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, 2 PG50s. There is some 500s. Noodles over on A, so they only really have the one. Tarek finds the frag on Apex with that USP. Stewie 2K still in play here with the P250 on plateau, so he could get a bit of a peekaboo moment perhaps when Body decides to push up, but the Molotov is perfect, forces him around the corner. They know that he's there, and he gets the drive-by headshot on Body, down to 3 HP. That's big. A lot of damage dealt here to G2, and perhaps they can capitalize because Automatic is still alive on the site.
Skadoodle flanking with a P250. Oh my god. Did not expect that. Every now and then you see a pure pistol buy work out. Just too much damage done on the plateau. Skadoodle with a perfect flank. He started moving in once the engagements began on the B bomb site. He flanked from A, and that is massive from him. And yeah, Kenny, he wears his emotions on his face.
This is where it's gonna. I mean, G2 to me feel like a team that are going to suffer more in the mental game when they lose these kinds of rounds than Cloud9.
How can you not? I mean, they had USPs for the most part.
Now you're losing clutches on G2. You lose to a hard eco.
Cloud9 have come into this prepared as well. Before this match started, once they knew Cobblestone was the first map, Rush was doing a lot of talking as to what G2 like to do in certain situations. So yeah, he was briefing his team from experience, from observing them.
All right, well, Skadoodle, once again, he's not going for the peak, but he is holding the angle. And well, Molotov's coming through, decides to pack it up and back off. I like it. Now he's got the angle. It's going to come down to timing. He decides not to take the shot. Or, well, never mind. Goes back, hopes to get lucky.
Apex the one to watch in this, one of them. Looking for somebody around the smoke, but not this time. So will it be a push from G2? They don't really have the grenades for a double fake, but they do have the guns to get a kill. Body was down as well. Skadoodle with a nice angle, missing an important shot. Teaser running in blind. There's flashbangs all over the place, but no one's really getting kills at the moment. And now, all of a sudden, stereo kills from NBK, leaving Skadoodle alone. 1 versus 3. He's got space to play with. Oh, that's a lovely shot into NBK. Does he have the sound cues to his right-hand side? Sees Apex to his left, but the bomb's rotating to B.
Bomb's rotating out, and this is the call that G2 needed to go for from the beginning. They do have 20 seconds left to get this bomb planted. Shoxy ample time, and well, Skadoodle finds himself in a bit of a dicey position. Obvious to him that the bomb has been rotated over to the other site now, that it's ticking away. The question is, does he go for it? Can he find a kit somewhere? It's not looking like it. He's hoping to find the pick very quickly here.
Did he see anything? No one has any money. He must win this round, but he won't even get a chance to fire his gun. Shox with the spray down. G2 are in the lead once again.
3 kills for Skadoodle in that round. So with that AWP, he was making the difference. You're just wondering, and this is where, you know, the replay, the different observer perspectives, you kind of want to see what happened with NBK there on ramp, because NBK picks up the first frag, and you're thinking, fair enough, but when he's picking up that first frag, I think Rush is pushing through the smoke at connector to trade. So how does NBK get the kill on Rush, who should have the drop on him? It's those big plays that we're seeing here.
Cloud9 have opted for the force buy. They don't want to give any rounds away anymore, but perhaps they'll be forced to, should they not prove successful in this one. The MAC-10 is out once more for Apex, and only Skadoodle and Tarek have helmets in this, which means that the other guys may be free to the carnage, the mayhem, the bedlam that is the MAC-10 at close range.
Oh boy. This duel. It's looking like that smoke is not going to favor either player. Big shots onto Apex. Body! What are you doing? Trade kills. Team kills, trade kills, assassinates his own mate. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I get it. He didn't want to let him get a point on the scoreboard. He's like, you know what? Apex, you're too low. You're too low. We can't let him get a frag.
Cloud9 have rotated a third-person rush towards the A site. Shox is offering a fake towards B, and that's going to draw Stewie away, but still, the numbers are towards A for both teams. It's a 3-on-3 on the A site eventually. NBK with a raw peak. Rush knows what's going on now, and he's got a CZ, and he's got the shadow advantage. If NBK goes wide, he will know what's up. Oh, NBK, though, so smart. Goes far back instead. Great play. We can go into that later, but who's going to win this duel?
Oh, boy. Does Automatic not realize that he's been pushed from behind? Just stays focused on underpass, and that costs him big. They're going up ramp, and NBK, again, the headshot from him. And that's the difference maker. Skadoodle doesn't want to have anything to do with this retake now. You've got the AWP, Scott. You need to try and save this for the next round, and he doesn't even know if he's got a way out, because sure enough, there could be a lurker in drop. There could be a lurker blocking him off. So soon to be 7 rounds on the board here for G2 Esports, and they, I take it back. It looks like they have that mental strength to be able to bounce back from catastrophic rounds.
So smart when NBK goes around the corner where Rush is, rather than being close, which is not ideal because you're close and also because his shadow would give his position away. He goes all the way back to the wall and just strafes to the side for a much better engagement. Really smart stuff from him. Something people would sometimes do on Dust 2, long A as well, to help avoid trade fraggers, and maybe we'll see more of that soon because it's coming back to the map.
Yeah, it is. Scary. Which map are they going to take out, James?
See, if he was close to that corner, you can see the line of the shadows. Rush would have surely ripped his face off. That's great positioning from NBK.
Sick work from NBK. Doesn't even take the obvious angle straight out onto Automatic either.
Brofist. Hashtag Brofist.
I think they're going to take out Cobble. Well, no. Sadly, I think they're going to take out Mirage because we haven't seen an updated Mirage in a long time.
Yeah, although it was the first one to be updated.
Yeah.
But
it might be time to rotate it back. But
yeah, but Cobble is the least engaging map from a viewer perspective, and I think it should go for that reason. Don't see that all the time. Shox wondering what just happened. He's still alive, however. Ironically, well, maybe not ironically, but that taser used to be really strong on short A. Sorry, on elevator. If someone was planting the bomb on the site, you could jump and tase them.
Okay.
So if the height of the bomb site is the same, then that is definitely something people should try on an eco round.
Just advocating Zeus more Zeuses just bothers me. Do you say Zeuses or like? Yeah, I guess it would have to be Zeuses.
I think so. Yeah.
Zai? No.
Yeah. If it was an animal, then maybe not. But I think you have to say Zeuses.
The Australian player Zeusy. Shout out. Well, it is going to be the force coming in here from Cloud9. They do have the rifles, but they're very light on the rest of it. Automatic, tagged on a 53 through the doors immediately by Apex. It's surprising to see him get caught by that. Apex has been wallbanging pretty much every round over here on A. So that's unfortunate turn of events there for Automatic. They're so light on nades here, Cloud9 as well. This is going to be a very dicey round.
Does Skadoodle dare peek through? Well, look at this. Automatic is making his way through anyway, so the cut noise is enough. Seems that Cloud9 have reads. Look at the timing of that smoke. No more smokes left. Oh no, Skadoodle's got one. Well, that's not very useful since they'd want it towards B in this situation. So Apex is going to venture back towards A. Both teams are trying to get a read on what each other's trying to do. The bomb's going with him as well, so G2 reading that maybe Cloud9 have stacked a B bomb site, sending 3 backs away.
Skadoodle is close enough to hear them footstepping as well. That's why Automatic is rotating back. Rush now getting into connector. Cloud9 realizing that perhaps there has a rotation. There has been a rotation rather for G2. NBK making some noise and drop, but that's not going to give anything. Skadoodle though wins the duel versus Apex, and that's going to start things off. Automatic is rotated back to the bomb site as well. G2 need to find a solution here.
Cloud9 have not seen the bomb yet, which is why they're going backwards and forwards and not really sure what's going on. And it seems they're going to rotate to join Shox, but from Stewie's position, he will hear them running. They've got 20 seconds. They've got no choice but to give their position away. That said, now Cloud9 have got 3 players very far away from the A site, and there's no rotation just yet. The last grenades come in from the T side. They've got to take down Tarek. He's on the bomb site itself, but Stewie will take them down as he runs distraction. There's no time to plant the bomb now. Surely it's on the floor. Kenny's got to try and save, otherwise he gives the AWP away. 2 seconds. He's got to get out of there.
He just barely squeaks out. Just running out of time there, G2. But you got to give it to Skadoodle. I think his kill is the big one that rocks them over on that A site for G2. They were so low on time. And we'll see it here. And Scoff finding the whipper on Apex. Nicely done there. And at that point, G2 are then worried. They're like, wait, is there going to be somebody on the site? Do we have to worry about underpass and danger now? Valuable seconds are ticking off the clock in the meantime. And well, it was the decision. The decision was made to just commit to that B site. So a tough situation here for G2. It's looking like the tactical timeout getting called for Cloud9 though. Going into the 15th round of this first half, 6-8. Cloud9 trailing, but looking very good here. Now they actually have the money for the nades. They have the money for everything that they need.
Double AWP on the T side of Cobblestone. Immortals, I think, would do this as well. Rip that lineup, but it's...
Well, no, didn't you hear they're back together again? Well, there is the news. It's the FNX, KNG, Henny.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult enough to do a lot of work with one AWP on the T side, and two, I always say, in many cases on the T side, it just makes your strategy go out the window because you have to play the picking game. Because you're a lot less mobile than you were before. Shox will take one over towards B. So in fairness, in this setup, it doesn't change much because he's just lurking towards B anyway. So we can just hold the line. Although I'm sure if Cloud9 are to engage, there will be flashbangs over the wall.
Well, here we go.
Kenny will have his towards A.
What is Skadoodle going to be able to do here? He has a UMP. So up close versus NBK, this could be good. He's hearing the footsteps, and he's hearing several in danger as well. So a lot of information here for Cloud9 to go off of. This is going to come down to the call from Tarek. Do they go for the rotate or not? Automatic still playing very passively all the way from the site. But they've yet to see the bomb, and they've yet to really have a fight. G2 still playing very slowly here. I like to see this from G2. Slow and steady, getting map control, making it difficult, and there it is. The flash to open things up with NBK, getting yet another headshot, taking point for his team.
4 on 2 on the A site. Stewie in connector, but he's getting smoked off. He's looking for a flanker. Shox through a flashbang towards the B bomb site, but he's rotated all the way around. So that presence of that flash may make Cloud9 think someone is surely going to jump down. That may keep Stewie and Tarek entertained for longer than they really want to be in this situation. Apex lining up a great Molotov. How about that for a play? The trades come in for both teams. Oh, the AWP looks away just at the wrong time. And now it's down to 1 versus 2. This is absolute carnage on the A site.
20 seconds left. Shoxy doesn't have a whole lot of time. He needs to find the kill, and he does. On Tarek, he has that bomb as well. And so it's Automatic's turn to find himself in a 1v1 here for Cloud9. He's got the AK, no kit, but he's hot on the heels of Shoxy. And so Shoxy's not going to have that much time to reposition himself. And with the AWP as well, he has to guess right, and he's looking towards the connector, but he is closing off that angle, and now he is in line to find the shot. And sure enough, Shoxy wins the clutch this time for G2. 9-6 at the end of the first half here for the Frenchmen. A good recovery on their part. That was such a close first half.
Yeah, lots of trades in the rounds and lots of trades in that last one as well. That was absolutely crazy. So many frags in a short space of time, but it is G2 taking a 3-round lead. Can they retain it? Can they extend it? We'll find out after the break.
Bleacher Report connects you to the stories, teams, athletes, and moments that matter in sports culture. Download the free Bleacher Report app and stay dialed in to the teams and topics you care about most. Like G2 going up against Cloud9 here, and in the second half.
I want to be connected to the server. I think I deserve it, but they keep saying no. G2 leads
because
by...
you get frags, Bardolph, or you don't get frags. And that's the problem, man. We talk about questions of consistency.
Just wait till next time, man. Just wait till next time. I'm on an upward spiral. Enough about me. G2 leading by 3 rounds at the moment, and we can see NBK's been very important for his team so far, 16-9. On the other side, Stewie has been up there as well, 15 kills. Let's not forget that massive 3K, which really kept them in the game early.
Yeah, high impact frags for both of these guys. We saw towards the end of the first half there, NBK opening up repeatedly that A side, just finding headshots left and right. But Stewie as well, he had a very strong start. He got very quickly up to like 10 frags, and then kind of petered off after that. But I mean, you get those big 3 frag, you get that big 3 frag round. That makes a difference, and that's a big reason why Cloud9 are still in the running here. 9-6. It feels like that's a scoreline that can still go either way.
Yeah, this is. I always find this is a really dangerous scoreline to be on the back end of, because if G2 win the pistol, you're probably looking at 12-6, and then you are very far away from doing anything in this match, and the struggle is truly real. So this is a key pistol round for Cloud9 to win. The pressure is absolutely on them. Body's got 2 flashes on the CT side and a defuse kit, so not the smoke grenade that you normally see. He is throwing the flashes over the wall so Shox can have a look and see if anyone's on plateau, and there's nobody there. And Shox will probably just hold this line with his P2000 and allow his team to rotate, but Kenny will stay with him for the time being. Apex moving forward now towards A, so the CTs are being active. They want to find out some information.
Yeah, they're pushing all across the map, actually. Because Shoxy and Kenny playing that duo over on Plateau. This is all on Apex finding a kill here, and he's up close with the Deagle. What a shot! There I am about to say that that is not ideal with the Deagle. There are going to be multiple targets rushing him, but hell, if he can hit the 1-tap immediately, all right, fair enough, Apex. That works out just fine.
How do you land that shot? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's a dead man.
How often do you make that motion with your mouse? How do you be good at that? That's insane. Anyway, Cloud9 have got 4 players remaining. Rush has taken a meat shot, but he's definitely very much alive. The rest on stock pistols here, USPs and the P2000 onto Shox. The flashbangs are coming in. Shox trying to rotate, but he's completely blind. So is his teammate. They'll still, of course, get the kill. 2 at the same time for Cloud9. They've got a man advantage now.
Yeah, fantastic work here from Cloud9, moving together as a unit. And G2, yeah, they find another frag, but it's not going to be enough. And NBK now in a 1v3. He will get peeked by Tarek momentarily, or rather Rush. And it's not even going to matter because Automatic will find the headshot. And so both pistol rounds going the way of Cloud9 here in this first map versus G2. This is G2's map.
Boom!
Yeah, that is so dirty.
Yes.
Perfect.
Turn that wheel, baby.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Look at that moment. Crystalite right there.
Boom. Look at that parkour on the bench. Sit down, please.
So sick.
Absolutely disgusting.
It's a shame
Apex,
that your team doesn't win after that.
You are filth, mate. You are filth.
I mean, now it's a question of whether Cloud9 can survive the second round. In the first round, in the first half, they won the pistol. They lost in the second round versus G2's Force Buy. Here, on the T side, it's 7-9, but G2 haven't gone for the full force here. They are saving. And this is something that was brought up on the desk, that G2 are starting to play more of an economy game.
Yeah, I don't think we see this enough. It depends on what's at stake, especially in the second pistol round, because obviously the score has implications, but a lot of maps, the CT side, really, they can do a lot more if they have better utility in the buy rounds. So if they go for the force buy and then they lose, they can often be quite limited. Cash is a good example of that. Here we go again. The pistols are out for G2 and they have advantages. 3-on-3. There are weapons to be collected, so Cloud9 have decisions to make. Do they move fast away from where the action is? Do they try and protect these guns? Do they try and dispose of these guns? They've only got 1 minute with which to make these decisions, and they need to try and stick together and not get isolated. G2 haven't managed to pick up any weapons. They are trying to reposition as fast as possible. Everybody's here on the B-bomb site.
Yeah, Body is making sure the drop stays clear. In the meantime, well, Apex not around for long, but NBK is going to be the key player here. And they will take the time to clear it. Excellent presence of mind there from Rush. Not leaving any spot for a player to hide in and making sure that the whole bomb site is cleared before attempting the bomb plant. Solid play. And Cloud9, I mean, they lose 2 players, but that's not the end of the world. That is going to be the key round for them. The fact that they can carry on now. They know they're going to go up against a hard eco. This should be a feel-good round for Cloud9, and we should be looking at a tied-up situation going into the first buy round for G2.
Shox has got 37.50, as you can see. If you want to buy an AWP on the first buy round after losing a pistol, in this round normally you would have 34.50. So he's got some money and some change. So I'm sure he'll be buying the sniper rifle, but will he use it? Oh man, that is a good way to start an anti-eco round. That's a bad way to continue. Stewie, you do not see kills from this range with the MAC-10, but a grenade will certainly help. 2 players lost, and that is the round over. So let's have a look at the buy from the G2 side. I'm sure Shox will be buying a sniper, but will he be dropping it for Kenny, or will he be using it himself?
Yep, instantly handed over, not to NBK. Don't think that NBK will be holding on to that. Instead, it will be Kenny picking up the AWP, so we'll see here where he decides to put that into play. Skadoodle has changed out his scout for an AWP of his own. Fairly even buys on both sides. It's really looking like Shoxy, who's going to be a little light, but actually, no. Full buy for both. We're just light on kits here for G2. This is it. And this is the result of G2 managing their economy early on. Instead of skimping and only being able to afford smokes and nothing else, they've got full nades going into this round.
I'm interested in why Shox say for the sniper instead of Kenny. Maybe it's to allow Kenny to still have grenades. I don't know. I don't know, because no matter where you put the money,
I think it's more
the same thing.
They want Kenny to just have the chance to get some frags.
Well, I mean, he could have ecoed for it himself though, but it's Shox who kept his money. But whatever, it's here. Kenny's got 2 flashes as well. Can often be important for your CT AWPer to flash for his teammates. Something that goes unnoticed when you look at the skill of a sniper player. Not as exciting as the scope, of course. 3 players in A for the G2 side. Apex has taken a lot of damage, and they'll put him in an off-angle passive position. Try to preserve him like a jar of jam. Tarek with 4 HP. Is he Operation Human Shield?
Yeah, I think he is, although he still has a smoke. So once he gets rid of that smoke, sure, he could run in first, sack himself, give that info over to his teammates. We will see a bit of a standard wall going down, and this is all on body, and unfortunately for him, he finds nothing there. Apex so very low on HP, he should only get 1 perfect flash to open it up, but he's so patient. 2 kills for him, and that makes all the difference. A 3-on-3 retake now for G2, and 2 players are already out on the site.
Skadoodle looking for a push through the smoke, but now Skadoodle's looking for some hope, for some help, because he's the only person left. 19 seconds of an AWP. You're not doing the 1 versus 3 in most cases when that is the situation. So no choice but to turn tail and run away. G2 take the lead once again.
That's a real facepalm moment for Cloud9. Because we got to see it perfectly, right?
They looked everywhere, perfect, and everywhere else.
Everywhere else, right? Everywhere but towards the position where the guy's only got 22 HP. You could have got him for free, and none of this would have happened. Cloud9 would have been chaining 4 rounds in a row together to start off this first half. Instead, already back on their heels here. And a tactical timeout getting called by Cloud9. So Tarek feeling like he's got to slow things down a little bit here and get everybody refocused, it looks like. And they're just really, it's fun. I like this. You know, when there's no noise in here, you can actually hear what the players are saying on the timeout.
They're a team that's close to us, so we're just listening. Rush is still talking a lot, as well as Tarek, which is cool. It's nice to see the new boys as well, chipping in, chiming in. Do you chip in or do you chime in?
Actually, yeah. Chime doesn't really say anything.
No, which one?
You're not adding anything to the pool, so I would chip, because at least chipping, you're putting something.
Yeah, but chiming, you can use bells.
It's true.
Chime with bells, right? Oh,
yeah,
chime.
Who listens to those, right? Those are something that are in the background. They're kind of just noise, right? You don't really pay attention to them.
That's a very good point.
If you get a chip thrown at your face, though, that'll get your attention real quick.
Absolutely. Pretty good buy for Cloud9 in this round. Good buy for both sides. Is that towards the doors? Let me see. No, I don't know my smokes on cobblestone. So a wall of smokes. Will the CTs go beyond it and fight, or will they play for the retake? Charging in is Stewie, trying to look everywhere. That was a very desperate play. Kenyes takes him out, puts him out of his misery. NBK will fall to the CZ, but which way will they go? Kenyes is everywhere, re-peeking, automatic taken down, players getting punctured. But it's only a 1-man advantage for G2.
And no smoke to block off the connector. Oh, buddy, I thought for a second, but the timing is off. Kenny reigns supreme in connector and picks up the 4 frags. No, the ace in the end for Kenny. 1 HP. All right, and some actual hype. A grin on Kenny's face. I love to see that. He always looks so frustrated these days when things don't go his way. You can really see him sighing. That's the kind of round that you need for Kenny to get him fired up.
Yes, we got some French pop-offs. The baguette is warm!
It is crispy! Look, I mean, that's just perfect positioning from Kenny.
There was only so much. Automatic had to he had to go face his doom. He has to try and do something there. But sometimes there's nothing you can do versus the likes of Kenny S. And that's going to put them on almost a pure Glock round. Stewie will be cheeky enough to buy a P250. They have no flashbangs. There is no way for them to get position. And G2 are not playing close, apart from around the drop where Shox is. Everybody is playing the long-range game. They know they have taken everything away from Cloud9. Hopes, dreams,
Skrill,
the wheat, all of it. Cloud9's mouths are dry. This round can be, we can put a metaphor of having a box of crackers and no glass of water. This is what this round is. It's an arid situation for Cloud9.
saltine crackers? Because those are, it's true, man. You're supposed to eat those when you're sick, but then you're dehydrated when you're sick.
I'm English, so it's the Jacob's crackers.
Jacobs.
The Jacob's crackers.
See, this is
Very thirsty.
Just gotta, travel more, I guess.
Yeah, it's rough times, man. A box of those and no drinks, really rough. And so it's facing Kenny S at long range. Talk about a gauntlet run. He's got support from Apex, so he can just focus on his job, and that is the round over. We couldn't expect much more than that. It was always going to be carnage.
8 frags in 2 rounds for Kenny. Feel good. That definitely does. Puts him up to 19 frags just like that in the span of 2 rounds. He takes the lead for his team. 17 and 17 on NBK and Apex, who are still doing their jobs, definitely. Well, 12-9. G2 extending their lead. Cloud9, it feels like, well, we just have to start all over again, boys. 3 rounds separated us at the beginning of the half. So, we shall see. How does it pan out with a full buy here for Cloud9? No AWP on Sky either. So that could lead you to think that this could be a explosive, quick-paced round coming in here from Cloud9, trying to shake things up.
4 players from G2 towards the B bomb site. It seems G2 had some early expectation. The bullets will rain from Cloud9. Will they capitalize on this? Will they push behind this?
No, it's looking like they're going to try and get one step ahead. Maybe rotate some guys back over towards A. Only problem is, exactly, they have to take their time with it because they could have been flanked in the meantime. So you see Rush slowly working his way back over towards Underpass. These are aggressive positions taken up by G2, though. Apex and Kenny S occupying A long. It'll be tough for Cloud9 to fish them out of here without the help of Stewie.
One thing I've enjoyed in this match so far is how in each other's minds these two teams are constantly trying to read, okay, based on what we've done, what can we expect our opponent to do? What do they expect from us, and how can we play against that? So there's just constant, you saw it in that round where G2 ran out of time, constantly going backwards and forwards based on where they thought Cloud9 would enforce what areas they would put the numbers in. And now G2, again, making the correct read, keeping 3 of their 4 players on the B bomb site. But the gamble is larger for G2 since they're a man down.
Well, Cloud9 calling that they're ready. They damn well better be. They've got 30 seconds left to make this work. Rush lining up the smoke, going in front of Connector. And let's see, the push begins, and now it's all on G2. Kenny on the site himself, and sure enough, he'll find the first frag to start things off. Still staying alive as well. Body chiming in with a kill on Tarek, who's trying to take over drop. Automatic will be there to catch Apex. That was on the flank, and Automatic coming alive with 2 big kills. And that is it, just in the blink of an eye. 10 rounds on the board for Cloud9. Skadoodle and Rush surviving.
It's a big round for Cloud9, but they need to do more because G2 have another bye.
Sure enough. I was kind of expecting to see more out of Kenny there, to be fair. The fact that he was holding on that site, but I guess it was all on drop. And Automatic, man, this is it. The big difference play. As soon as body goes down, that's when Kenny's in a bit of a dicey spot. Sure, he gets the kill, gets the trade, but he has to worry about the guys pushing plateau, and sure enough, he dies immediately afterwards. So, tough break there for G2.
This is a pretty good buy from G2. They have good utility. They've got 2 snipers, and Shox is going to be on his lonesome once again. And Apex is going to be early towards B. Last round, they put 4 towards B early, then rotated 1 player back. But it seems that Apex may stick around slightly longer. Are they expecting a fast play from Cloud9? If so, they are correct, but they are blind the CT side. The wall of smoke again, and the CTs are surely going to play retake.
Checking angles, I like to see this. Right on the edge of that smoke, this is all on Rush and Stewie pushing through. Stewie taking the fight to him, but Apex, same thing. 1 kill for him, and he's still alive. Skadoodle only now going to drop him. And it's a 2-man advantage now for Cloud9, although as I say, that body on the site will find one, and Shoxy long range with that AWP brings it back to a 1v2.
It's the bomb carrier taken down as well. He knows that. Buys him some time. Great flashbangs. He's going to commit to one side, try to position himself for cover. Cloud9 have time to slow things down. They've got time to wait. 2 guns versus 1. Skadoodle's in play as well. Shox Will he try to reposition? Tarek walks straight into the scope. And now Skadoodle has the advantage because Shox doesn't know where he is.
Exactly, and he's going to stay scoped as well. Does not want to give away his position by unscoping. Slowly working his way in. He's got the angle, and Skadoodle will not miss. Another clutch for him, and another 1v1 goes Cloud9's way. G2, I found it. I figured it out. It is going to be the timeout call here, but it's also going to be a situation where they're going to be back on pistols, James. What happens when G2 are on pistols?
Terrible things most of the time, but they have a decision to make. Do they want to spend a lot of money here? Because they've got $2,000 to $3,000. So if they go for a buy here with pistols, if they go for a half buy, they might put themselves, well, they will put themselves further back economically speaking, quite obviously. But maybe if they just full eco, they have a full buy sooner rather than later. So decisions to be made. No buyers come in just yet. The round will be live in 14, 13 seconds. And not a single thing has been bought just yet. So perhaps it was just some discussion as to which path to take in that respect.
We're going to see it from Smiths. Everybody getting a fist pump. Apex had to be special, of course, goes for the high five. Fair enough.
So they'll get $2,400 for the loss of this round, assuming they lose it, unless we have another USP bonanza.
Might be possible, mate. I'm not discounting anything at this point. Both of these teams have won hard ecos. Both of these teams have won force buys with pistols. So it could still go either way. And Cloud9, they're definitely aware of it. Look at this. So passive across the map. Just taking their time with it, not rushing into any traps. And I like to see that a lot. Good. Yeah, Tarek, I'm hearing him. You know, just set up for the eco. Set up for the eco. I like it.
Cloud9 just waiting. Again, G2 had a decision to make. But when your opponent takes a tactical timeout, you often have to expect some kind of... Sometimes if your opponent takes a tactical timeout, then your approach will change because of that timeout. You may try to counter any shenanigans. So Cloud9 needs to identify if there has been a buy here or not, and what is going on. It's a USP round. They bought even less than Cloud9 did previously. Kenny's got an AWP. He's got a sniper rifle.
And they've got the bomb, Bardolph. That's the big deal here. Apex now, can he get a freebie on Rush? Is Rush going to look? Of course not. Oh my god, it's actually happening.
But look at Stewie and NBK. NBK is just around the corner. Stewie's trying to be the playmaker here. 2 versus 3. Tarek has no idea if there are CTs near the bomb. There aren't at the moment. Kenny's playing the long range. Stewie walking out now, but now NBK has the advantage. Does Stewie know NBK's there? Either way, Stewie is moving back. Kenny's rotating towards the A site, but Tarek is still around the drop, and he may hear Kenny S moving, but now he's running towards B. Kenny must hear him as well.
Oh my god. And Kenny S, he is going to get back in time. 9 seconds left. All he has to do is hit this shot. All he has to do is find this shot, but he makes it past. Tarek, alive on the site, will get the bomb planted and ticking. He just needs to stay alive a little bit longer, but Kenny finds a shot point blank. It's a 1v2.
Stewie around the box, not believing the defuse. They can't have a defuse kit in this round, he says. Kenny, Stewie so good in these clutch situations. He hears NBK running. NBK doesn't have time. He's got to find the kill. He's got no kit. Down to 1 HP with a USP. Stewie's going to do it. Keeping his team in the round, in the game. It wasn't even USP buy. It was just USPs. There was no buy.
I can start breathing again. Oh my god.
It was... The difference in this round is when Kenny doesn't look for the cross with the clock in red. There are 9 seconds on the clock, and he goes behind the boulder. He doesn't see what we see, obviously, but his dead team should be saying, you know, there's 10 seconds on the clock. You look for the cross. He delivers that kill. They win the round.
Yeah, it's as simple as. Still finds the shot, 1v2, but he gets traded. Ah! What a round. Oh, man. That's like sweaty palm round, right? Where you're just like, okay, I can start breathing again because that should definitely not happen. It's unreal, Cloud9. They were taking every precaution as well. It's just the fact that G2 get that bomb. They get the kill on the bomb carrier before he can rotate over towards A.
They got that far with USPs and a P2000. And that's why I want to see Cash, because imagine that with AKs. That's going to be absolutely mental if we get there. But first, we're still on the first map, 12-12. Both teams on the buy once more. This is a buy that G2 saved for. The impact of what they did in that last round is crazy. If you see the T money, it's like, what money?
Yeah, right.
They got shaken down. They got shook down. They were in the playground. They got told to jump, and the lunch money was taken.
And in the States, you give everything, Bardolph. All right, this is it. This is the big round here that can shatter economies. They can turn the tide. Cloud9, smoke goes down to block off A long. Apex holding aggro. Kenny hoping that somebody gets greedy and tries to push an underpass. He's got the angle. But in the meantime, they're slowly pacing themselves here. Cloud9 moving out towards Plateau on B, holding there. It's going to be Skadoodle and Automatic, making sure that there can be no boost shenanigans over and drop. Oh, sorry, 50 seconds. I'm hearing Shoxy talk, so all of a sudden I'm like flip into French mode. 50 seconds left.
Did you say 50?
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock like, hey, 50.
Bomb is rotating towards the B bomb site. NBK has had his face ripped off. And G2 are slowly abandoning the A site. Cloud9 have offered fakes towards A, but there's no audience for it. The cinema is closed. They make their way towards B. There are 28 seconds. The last two will be late. It will be a 4 versus 3 when this comes in, or will they wait for the last two players? It seems it will be that. They've got flashes, they've got no smokes.
They have to go. Bomb drop. Now they know. Point blank. Stewie nearly opens it up with 2, but Tarek is there to get the trade. He walks in slowly, though, and Shoxy's there to find it. With 9 seconds left, the kill from Automatic would have been key. Kenny's still alive, and Chicken Coop buying so much time, and it's only just now that he goes down, but it's not even necessary. The bomb plant, who cares? Automatic is there to find 3 kills, and that is Cloud9 in the second half, finally getting in the lead. 13-12.
These rounds are absolutely insane. Talk about going down to the wire. He feels it as well. It's like an episode of 24. That is absolutely mental. It's like, oh man, the baguette's still in the oven. I went out. I forgot about it. Crap.
It's not about leaving the oven on. It's like leaving the baguette in the oven.
So, G2 will be at maximum loss bonus should they lose this round. But let's not forget what they did with USPs. Now they've got Deagles. Desert Eagles, also known as Deagles. Life may be very painful for Cloud9, but Cloud9 are fully equipped. This is not a MacGyver round. They've got all the tools. It's more like home improvement. Again, G2 starting with 4 people in the B-bomb site. This has been a common occurrence for them. Buy rounds and ecos alike.
I think that they should just stick to their guns, though. Right, I mean, obviously, you're rotating around, but you have the 4 over on B very early. These are eco tactics where you want to try and stack a site. And it's looking like they're going to rotate back over towards A with 4 players, right? And so they've changed their minds, and this is usually how it goes on the CT side of Cobble. You got to make the correct call. And unfortunately for G2, that's not going to be it this time around. Cloud9 is about to walk out onto Plateau. NBK gets his head ripped off by Automatic. And this is going to be a very cut and dried round for Cloud9. Or should be. Should be.
NBK with a really hard job on Cobblestone. Play the drop and try not to get your head ripped off. Speaking of, there's an opening kill. G2 have nothing to lose from pushing. They've got nothing to lose by trying to win this round with these pistols.
Yeah, very well done there by Skadoodle holding the flank. You're thinking that's it. Shoxy and Kenny, they're going to be the playmakers here. Instead, it's Skadoodle finding 2 eco frags for himself. Get those stats up. Automatic, yet another kill for him. And it's Apex now alone. Kevlar, Deeg, and a Dream. And it's Russian Automatic who are just patiently holding. They have no reason to push now, Cloud9. They know they're not going to go up with the bomb. Just hold these angles and stay alive. Save your weaponry for the next round.
Apex trying to find something, but the exit channel back towards T-Spawn has been confirmed. It's been secured by Stewie 2K Security Services. So Cloud9 make their exit, losing 1 player, and there is nothing for Apex to collect. Although, I'm surprised he didn't run through the doors, depending on where that 1 kill was for the for Cloud9, the bomb may have sent a weapon in his direction. So the frustration, very evident. They're 2 rounds behind, but they have everything they want. This is the full buy, the max buy for G2, and the snipers are out once more.
The 1 kill was Body catching the man crossing over far side of the site.
I would have gone the other way then.
Would have gone the other way. Still, this is it. And you could, I mean, you hear him. Apex, Shoxy, trying to get him pumped up. A little bit of the old Existence style. I think, what do you think? Very nice.
It's a great start from G2, but quickly turns into, won't go as far as disaster, but losing a player so early on. There's a minute 30 for Cloud9 in a 4-on-4, and Cobblestone's hard enough to defend.
Just to reiterate, this is G2's map. We have to say, this is Cloud9, they picked Inferno coming up next. Cash 3rd map if we need it, but if Cloud9 pick up Cobblestone, that's a big blow dealt to the G2 confidence.
Yeah, they are very comfortable on Inferno. Inferno is their waifu pillow map. Extreme comfort, that had to be there. So G2, they're stretched 2 people per site. NBK's had to give up the drop zone. It hasn't been very successful for him of late anyway. He's been shot in the head quite a lot. The bomb's left in a passive position for the time being, and Cloud9 will show presence towards B and maybe trying to get one more entry. Automatic tries to disguise his drop with a shot from his AK, but people are familiar with that now.
No tricks. That's a question of, oh, did he spot the man on plateau? I don't think so. He's looking for the man on the site instead. Has to know. Yep, sure enough. Looks for the wrong. He finds the headshot somehow. Instantly cancels the molly. Now it's a time to apply some pressure here towards Connector, but he's cutting off that rotation for now, and this is big. It's buying such valuable time for his teammates to go storming out onto the A site. Rush leads the way, finds the kill, and it's a 2-on-4 with Automatic about to find the easy kill on Kenny, and he could find the last one as well, but Body gets the drop on him.
This could be it for G2 on Cobblestone. They will be between buys in terms of money, 3,400 for losing this round, and it may just not be enough. But that said, they did win that USP round, and they'll have a lot more than USPs in the next round. Can Body save this AWP? It would certainly help, but Stewie wants to take it away.
It's so important. I mean, they're not exactly rolling in cash right now, Cloud9, but they do need to get this off. If they get rid of it, that's it. They will not have the money to rebuy. On G2's side, Rush looking for the long-range shot, and Body just barely dashes out. This is it. Can he make it around the corner? If he does, he will get out scot-free. Survives with 15 HP, and that AWP should be staying alive. Rush worried about sacking his AK, and so it ends.
They have the money to buy regardless, Cloud9.
Yeah, Cloud9 have the money. It's just, man, that AWP, if they could have got it off of him, that'd be in a big blow to G2. Now, Kenny, I mean, he's not looking very confident right now. At least you have the op, Kenny. It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Apex is on a Mag 7, which can be extremely effective towards the broken wall, towards the drop. But to use it around a drop, you may be exposed to grenades. But Apex will be over towards A-Long on his own with the Mag 7.
Oh, double HEs? Not quite. Body just on the edge. They're getting slowed down here. Anti-Rush Nade's doing tremendous damage. And Tarek, he's now got the angle, ramp to plateau, looking towards that bomb site. Will find one. No, it's Automatic there to chime in, and 2 quick kills for Cloud9. Make that 3.
Apex, is he the hero that they deserve? In fairness, there are 3 Cloud9 players who are very low. They could get one shot by the Mag 7. Stewie walking around the smoke. If Apex keeps training to the right-hand side, he might just see him.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
He could kill 3 people with this. It's possible. It's doable. And that is the start. But surely he goes to the AK. The line is already there. But Automatic won't re-peek. He's got 2 HP. Apex has some grenades. He's got a flashbang. If he throws a molly out as well, never mind. Tarek to finish them off. Cloud9 with a very late comeback, Man United style, to take it 16-12 over G2.
7 rounds in a row at the end there. Just Cloud9. They figured it out. They had everything going their way. And sure enough, it leads to them going up 1-0 in this best of 3. First quarterfinals here, the playoffs at ELEAGUE. And well, I'm sure the North American fans are going to be feeling pretty